Hello there everyone and welcome back to RealScreenReviews.com, and our next film is the drama comedy The Kids Are Alright. This film has opened around the country in a very limited release on Friday, July 30th, 2010, and I very much hope that it gets a push from its studio and maybe from the theater chains, because I think that this is something that can really strike a chord with audiences if it was given the opportunity or chance to do so. The Kids Are Alright stars Academy Award nominated actresses Annette Bening and Julianne Moore. It also stars the widely underrated Mark Ruffalo, also Mia Wasikowska, and Josh Hutcherson. This film comes to us from director Lisa Cholodenko, the director of the indie drama Laurel Canyon from the year 2003. This time out she tackles what has been marketed as a drama comedy, and for the first time in a while the studio lives up to the advertisements. This story begins telling us of Joni and Laser, a brother and sister that seem to get along and not get along as much as brothers and sisters do. They are the children of a same-sex relationship where each one of the moms was inseminated and each one has given birth. The mothers in this relationship are portrayed by two of Hollywood's most talented actresses of the last 2 decades. Annette Bening plays Nick, a successful doctor, authority figure, and definitely would be considered the breadwinner of the family. And her significant other is Jules, portrayed by Julianne Moore. Jules, we find out, has sacrificed her early career as an architect to be the stay-at-home mom over the years. She is much more of a free thinker than Nick, but they still seem to be a very loving couple. Now, things almost immediately get into motion when their 15-year-old son Laser asks his older sister Joni to make a call to the sperm donor center and attempt to retrieve the identity of the donor used by their mother so many years ago. After some coaxing, Joni finally agrees, and when the two kids get the info, they do in fact make contact with their biological father, donor, whatever. Straight away there is a connection between the kids and Paul, played by Mark Ruffalo, in his best role to date. Paul is slowly approaching 40 and lives what seems to me to be a very carefree life. He does have responsibilities, such as the restaurant that he owns and operates, but he's also an organic farmer that rarely shaves, and just takes everything in stride, usually while saying, "Right on." Now, all of the events that bring Paul into the lives of these two ladies is nothing short of shocking to the both of them. They are supportive and they're scared at the same time. The children do honestly enjoy Paul's company and begin to spend more and more time with him. Then later, Jules starts to help Paul with the landscaping of his new home, and this leaves Nick with a very sour feeling toward their new family friend. You can also pile on mother-daughter squabbles, a friend of Laser's that's anything but, and some more than funny antics and dialogue to equal one big treat at the movie theater. Well, people, The Kids Are Alright is the definition of perfect casting. You can begin with having 2 veteran actresses, both of which are right at the top of their game. You needed 2 powerhouses to take on this material, because if you had anything but that, the lesser actor would have gotten crushed on screen, and that doesn't happen in the hands of these 2 ladies. Also, you have to give it up to Mark Ruffalo and what I would call a star-making performance for him, finally. He has been a very credible actor for many years, and I think that this is the role that he has been waiting for. He brings to life an easygoing, laid-back, and all-around likable guy. He brings a very nice personality to this feature, and so do the 2 younger stars. Mia Wasikowska and Josh Hutcherson more than hold their own, given the talent that they have to go toe-to-toe with in this feature. Now, people, I recently said that Charlie St. Cloud should not be described as a movie about death. And even though The Kids Are Alright's main characters are a same-sex couple, it's not a film about a gay married couple, it's about a married couple that just happens to be gay. I found it fascinating that their specific relationship always came secondary to the real family issues and problems. The word that comes to mind when I think of this film is connection. I think of this story that just seems to have connected with these actors and characters, and in turn, these characters that just seem to have connected with the audience. And why does the audience feel this connection? Because almost everyone knows what it's like to be part of a close family that cares for each other, and sexual orientation has absolutely nothing to do with that. On a whole, I just think that this film succeeds wonderfully because it took what really could have been very edgy and a high-risk material and made it original, fun, and just a darn good time. From start to finish, this movie gives us some of the best dialogue of the year from some of the best characters of the year. This feature is rich in story and rich in drama, and at 1 hour and 45 minutes, I didn't even look at my watch once until the very end of this film, and even then I couldn't believe that almost 2 hours had elapsed. This is a great tale about the drama of family life with some of the best performances that I've seen all year. I'll give 3.5 stars out of 4. And remember, people, I'm not always right, only when it comes to the movies. And thank you for your attention.